start. Okay. So a payroll deduction is when you choose to have money taken out of your paycheck Tell me why you might have money taken out of your paycheck. What could you be paying for?
Oh.
Yeah?
You get retirement for
Retirement, that's a great answer. What else?
I haven't seen on there.
Connor.
Insurance.
Insurance. You can even have it directly deposited to like a savings account if you're like, I don't trust myself with money and I want 20% of my paycheck to always go into this savings account. Anything like that would work, etc. There's lots of different things you could have money taken out of your check for. You can choose it. All right, does anybody know what a beneficiary is when you have life insurance? Yeah?
Isn't that the person that like receives all the money and like stuff from you?
Yes. So this is the person who receives the payout if you die.
Do you pay taxes if you receive like $1 million worth of insurance? Is that
Yeah.
taxed?
You'll be taxed.
So,
Anytime you receive money, you will be taxed. But you would never have to pay for it. Do you see what I mean? It's just you get less.
yeah,
They
like,
just take it out before they give it to you.
with that much money, that's a lot less, isn't it? Like $100,000 less.
Well, it's a percent is a percent no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine this. If you have, all the money you have in the world is $10. That's all the money you have in the world. You've got a total of $10 and somebody takes $1 of that. Is it gonna feel like a big deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, now let's say all the money you have in the world is $100,000. And somebody takes $10,000 of that. Is that gonna feel like a big deal?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's still the same proportion. I know $1 is a lot less than $10,000, but one person has $10 total, and another person has $100,000 total. So it's really a matter of perspective. You know what I mean? It's the same percent no matter what.
Seems like they need more security.
Drives me nuts when people say that that would raise me into a higher tax bracket, and that's a huge problem because it's actually not true. Has anybody heard somebody say that before? They'd get raised to a higher tax bracket. We can talk about when we get to taxes, but essentially, like let's suppose your tax bracket changed after you get to $50,000. So like you got a raise, and now you're at $51,000, and oh my gosh, they're going to tax me more now. They're actually not. They're taxing you the exact same amount for that first $50,000. It's just that $1,000 extra dollars that puts you over the edge. That's the thing that's being taxed more, not your whole salary. So it's actually not as bad as people think it is. Okay, so I want to grab the official definition from the book for this one. All right. So face value is the amount of money before taxes that the beneficiary receives. All right. And then there are two kinds of life insurance you could get. Anyone want to take a guess between the difference between term insurance and whole life insurance? Connor?
Whole life insurance, I'm gonna say like will cover like all of the money that you could have lost by losing them. In term, I'd be like, I have zero idea actually on term. I don't know.
Okay. It has nothing to do with how much it covers. It has to do with how long it would cover you for. Tyler, don't be doing your homework right now. You're not, you're just doing some calculator stuff for fun? Okay, that's all right. Calculators are fun, yeah?
Whole life, it'll cover you if you die at any point in your life, and term insurance only applies for a certain number of years.
Yeah, oh, well, kind of. Whole life insurance is something, basically, it's a policy you have until you die. Usually, the earlier in life you buy it, the cheaper it is. Term insurance has like a time limit. This is like, could be in like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, etc. For example, let's say, not that I was thinking that I might be dying soon, okay? But let's say that I got a job as an ice road trucker. And I was like, man, this is a dangerous job. My whole family depends on this, right? And I know I'm only going to have this job for a few years. I might get a term insurance policy on myself for only a 5-year policy. That basically makes sure that my family's okay for the next 5 years. I'm guaranteed it because I know I'm doing something dangerous right now. It is depends on which one you're going with. Whole life insurance is generally cheaper, but you also pay it your entire life instead of paying it for a brief amount of time. Also, the later you get life insurance, the more expensive it is. So if you're like, hey, I just found out I have like kidney disease and I'm 95 years old. How much is life insurance going to be for me? Pretty expensive because insurance companies are a business and they know that they literally have tables and tables and tables of what the odds are of you dying. You fill out all these forms when you do life insurance and it's all about your health. They want to know your weight. They want to know your age. They want to know how physically active you are, that kind of stuff. They want to know exactly what your occupation is, how much you drive per day, that kind of stuff. And then they feed it all in these algorithms into these big mathematical formulas, and it spits out a number that doesn't guarantee them, but makes it more likely for them to make a profit off of you paying stuff over a certain amount of years. They're not so much scammers as they are a business. It's like going into a grocery store and going, hold on, how much did you buy these green beans for, Hy-Vee? And they're like, we only bought them for 20 cents, but we're selling them for 80 cents. And be like, what is happening here? A markup? What's going on? Like, they're a business. It's a business. I just hate it when people are like, insurance companies are there for you. No, they're a business. Yes. They actually keep a lot of this stuff under lock and key of exactly how the algorithms work, if that's what you're asking.
No, like, I'm asking, like, how do you know that they just did
Oh,
that?
how did they do it in the first place?
No, like, how do you know that they do that in the first place?
Oh, because they don't make a secret of it. It's really obvious. I mean, they tell you that they do that. They just won't tell you what the formulas are. Right.
This is terrifying.
Well, it's not really terrible. Like, this is.
No, terrifying.
Oh, it is, yeah, it is pretty terrifying. By the way, if you're anybody interested in making a lot of money as they get older,